Hey, so the time has come for the final episode of my series, Preparing for 2026. So, oh my gosh, time is genuinely stressing me. Like, how are we at the stage where I'm filming my last 2026 preparation vlog? How are we here? So, there's quite a few things I want to do in this vlog. So we'll start off with just doing a little run over of what I plan to be doing. So something I really want to do is I want a routine or a schedule. Not anything strict necessarily, I just would like to be like, I just feel like there's more I can be doing in a way. It's like productivity and even just general things like hygiene. I'll admit I am crap at brushing my teeth. And that's something I really want to work on. So, recently I bought a Cozilla, which is a digital calendar. It's a physical thing that goes on your wall, but it's called a digital calendar. And it's on my wall, it's 24-inch. It's got calendar, it's got to-dos, it's got rewards, it's got loads on there. I'm in the process of setting it up still. But I think it's going to hopefully be really helpful in getting myself ready and using routines, using the reward section, so I think that would be really helpful. I'm currently just exploring it and going through different things, seeing what's what, if you will. So every 3 months actually, I have a folder system where I do 3 months at a time, and it'll be, for example, January, February, March. And inside will be money trackers to track what I'm spending. There will be like review of my day, so I like to kind of write out how my day's gone. There will also be social media trackers, therapy trackers, that sort of thing. So I need to prepare my one for January to March. I've been doing this, I want to say, since April last year, if I remember correctly. So it's been a while since I started them. Originally, they were just like, oh, just start it. So I don't think I'll do anything with it, and I did. I stuck to it. So I need to prepare my January to March one of them. I need to update my diary. I need to update any notebooks I have. So, for example, I do daily writing. I need to get one ready for that. Yeah, so lots is happening. I'm also working on getting my bedroom sorted. It is winding me up a little bit, so I don't think I'll film myself tidying, just because it takes a lot of energy out of me. So I think what I'll do instead is maybe just like film an update, maybe. At the moment, I've gotten, I think, 2 big boxes of stuff to declutter, so that's good. But it's just getting a bit overwhelming, so I'm working on that anyway. So I think the first thing on my to-do list is probably to do some tidying and decluttering. But I think the first thing I'll show you will be sorting out my January to March folder. We'll see how this video goes. I've got a rough, like, this is what I want to talk about, but not in a specific order. So we'll see how things go, and I will catch up with you later. Okay, so just a little check-in. First off, this vlog is not coming out when I was hoping it to come out. I've been in a massive flare-up. I've just done nothing, to be completely honest. I've been exhausted, I've been in a lot of pain, and I've just not had the energy to do what I've wanted to be doing. Today I'm feeling a little bit better, so I've done a little bit of tidying in my room, but not loads because I'm struggling standing up for long periods of time. So I've done a little bit, it's getting there. I did a little bit yesterday as well, and I'm just doing it in little stages basically. What I'm trying to do is make my room accessible because, and I don't think I've spoken about this on my YouTube yet, but we think I've got something called fibromyalgia. I've been referred to the pain clinic. I've done multiple blood tests, which is getting a bit annoying at this point. But by my last blood test, they basically said, well, these all seem clear, so we're going to refer you to the pain clinic. Could be a long wait. So now we're in the process of waiting for that. Basically, I had glandular fever, and we think it's kind of come from that, but we're not positive. I haven't been like I used to be for about 3 years now. I'd say I was about 17 when I started to not be as well as I was, but the past 6 months, I've just gone like that. I've just gone downhill completely. I have had to buy hand braces, leg braces, ankle braces. I'm not using them 24/7 because I don't want to restrict myself to needing to use them 24/7, but I'm using them when needed. I've had to buy a walker because getting out of the house is an absolute nightmare, and I am a bit embarrassed of using a mobility aid, but I'm sure I'll get like used to it. I think because it's all new in a way. Like, I've been dealing with these pains for a while, but these past 6 months, the 2 months especially, I've just been really unwell with my pains and my tiredness, and I really want to do something about it. So, like I said, I think I said this, I'm trying to make my room more accessible. So, for example, I'm currently on my bed, but here we have a trolley which has got basically my hobbies and stuff in. You've got my notebooks that I use daily, and then you also have like my diamond arts, my colouring books, and then behind it, please ignore my room, I'm still working on it, we have some snacks, some things that are easily accessible. So we'll have a basket of like plasters, my hand braces, all that sort of thing. And then over here, I'm not sure if you can see that, but we have my mini fridge, which I've moved from my desk to down here so I can literally go into it from being in bed. My problem is I spend a lot of time in the living room and I'll be doom scrolling, and I always need company. I hate being by myself, but I really want to get better with that because I do eventually want to live by myself. I don't want to always have to live with my parents. I think if it continues how it is with my health, or if it gets worse, I will have to look at getting some sort of carer in a way, but I'm hoping it won't come to that. So yeah, I'm just trying to make things accessible for now, and instead of thinking into the future, because I've got loads of future aspirations. Like, I want to be full-time manufacturer, full-time artist, full-time content creator. That's not going to happen if my health continues this way. So I'm trying to forget about that for now. Not forget about it, but just like not think about it too much and focus on the now and being like, right, my health isn't great, so what can I do at the moment to make myself better in a way, if that makes sense, whether that's accessibility or doing my hobbies to make sure that I feel okay, like happy sort of thing. I've got my TV, which will be something that I can watch when I'm in bed. Like I said, I've got my hobbies, I've got snacks, that sort of thing. I've got little travel bottles that I'm going to put in some self-care stuff, so I've got them like just next to my bed, so it's easy to reach, like moisturiser and stuff. And it's just really trying to think of things that will be helpful, like trying to think if there's anything else really. Not entirely sure. It is a really long and tiring process, and I think the whole process of trying to work out what is wrong with my health, we're fairly certain I have fibro, but we don't want to say definitely because I'm not diagnosed. My mum has fibro and ME and a load of other diagnoses, and we do believe that I'm basically becoming her in a way. She has a lot of health issues, and we're seeing a lot of me in her. So we are fairly certain, like, we'll be shocked if it comes back and it isn't that. Especially because there's a few family members with fibro as well, so we have different experiences to go off. So my plan for right now is, I think I'm going to work on my 2026 vision board. I'll do a little bit of tidying first, a bit more tidying around. I want to sort my desk out, but I think I might work on my 2026 vision board, my January vision board, do some planning. Doing a vlog a week does not work. As you know, this one's late, so I'm going to cut back on the ones I'm doing in January and instead do maybe one every 2 weeks, and spread them out a bit more, because there's no way I can cope doing one a week. So I'm going to go do some of my to-dos, and I'll catch up with you later. So, a little update. Did some more tidying. I have also sorted out my 2026 and my January vision boards. So usually when it comes to my 2026 vision boards, or just my yearly vision boards, I tend to be like, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to run a marathon, whatever, you know, the big stuff. And I'm like, no, forget that, not doing that this year. So, this is my 2026 vision board. So, here we have my vision board. It's mainly things like cozy hobbies and committing to therapy, and you've also got things like rest. I feel like I relate to that image. So it's different things like that, content creation, hobbies, and yeah, resting, doing my therapy, which brings us to the January vision board. So my January vision board is very similar, but as the months go by, they will be different. I feel like, for example, February, I'm hoping to go on a trip with my dad, so that'll be on that. But therapy is mainly exactly the same as what I want to do yearly, which is focus on rest, commit to therapy, and then you've got cozy hobbies. I haven't put content creation on there actually, I don't think, but that is something I want to do as well, something I want to focus on. So I plan to do a video saying goodbye to my 2025 vision board. That won't be a vlog, that'll just be a small clip for my TikTok and Instagram. So I'll be saying goodbye to that, and I'll be putting that away. I'm trying to decide how I want to do it, because I got rid of my 2024 one and replaced it with my 2025 one. As in, basically what I did was I stuck down the images, and I said, I'll sit down, and I said goodbye to it. But I'm thinking of keeping my 2025 one and putting it with, because I do like daily trackers, I have like folders that I track stuff in, I do writing, and I try to track different things like scrapbooking. And by the end of the year, I've got 2 big boxes of things that I've tracked or written about. So I am tempted to keep that and put that with it. But then I've got to buy a new corkboard like every year. So we'll think about it. Just a little recap as to what we've done in this vlog. We have prepared my January to March folder. I did a little bit of tidying. My finger just clicked. Ow. Did a little bit of tidying, but not loads, just because I'm really struggling at the moment. What else did we do? 2026 vision board and my January vision board, so they're done. I've also updated both of my planners, so we have this mini one, and then we have my main one. I've also been working on my big calendar, which is going to go on my wall. So it needs binding, but basically you've got a quote and then you've got the planner. So that's one I've actually made and drawn and designed myself. I'm going to leave this vlog here. My next one to come out is 25 crafts for 2025, the final, which is actually scary in a way. This series isn't as scary, even though it's preparing for 2026, just because it's only 3 episodes long. But my 25 crafts for 2025 series, I started that in January and I've done 1 a month. And we're finally at the end, and that is actually like mind-blowing. So thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!